everyone. This is Sarvesh from Apps2Fusion, and today we have Shamli Srivastav with us, who's a functional consultant, and she will share her journey, how she managed to establish herself as a functional consultant. And let's speak to her now. Hi, Shamli. How are you?
Hi. Hi, good morning.
It's good to have you with us.
It's
So,
it's nice. It's Thanks for this opportunity.
thank you. So, Shamli, can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you zeroed in on this particular career path?
Uh, I completed my CA in November 2018, and after that, I had an opportunity to work with an IT company. So that is where I got attracted to this entire field of IT. So uh, as you've all known that the IT industry has flourished for quite some time now, and it continues to flourish even despite the hard times that we faced for the last 2 years. So I think that this field has a lot to give and very less to take. So, understanding about ERPs, or I think that we as chartered accountants, we know what a certain figure means in an annual report or any kind of report. But I think that it is as much important to understand how these reports are generated, or where do these figures actually come from. So I think that working within the system is interesting, as as much as working with the system or after the system has already done its part. So that is where I found my interest.
So, Shamli, you mentioned ERP here, right? Enterprise Resource Planning. So, for those of us who don't know what exactly it is, can you just tell us what you mean by ERP? What exactly the system is?
Yeah, sure. So ERP is any kind of company or an organization would want to generate its report using some kind of a system. So most of the smaller organizations use Tally or some other software, but most of the bigger organizations, multinationals, they generally use ERP, enterprise resource planning, where entire activities, right from, if you're a manufacturing, right from procurement to your uh, order, till the time it has been dispatched. So entire thing takes place within one system, and it's all interlinked. So you don't need to once a figure is punched in the system, that it will take care of itself. You don't need to separately enter it into different modules as such. So
Understood. So this looks like hardcore IT, right? For someone who's not from the background. So did you have to sort of upskill yourself after having done your CA? Did you have to learn about these different things? How did you approach that?
well, I had to undergo a lot of training, because this is not something that we generally do, or it has been a part of our curriculum as such. But I had to undergo a lot of training. With the help of training videos on Apps2Fusion, I could really uh, understand different modules at a single point of time, or not necessarily at a single point of time, but it makes it a lot easier. You can revisit those videos, or whenever you have any doubts or queries about your fundamentals, so you can visit those videos at any point of time. So that is what I had to do a lot, because it's difficult to understand any kind of ERP. So that is one thing. And the other great part about this is that all the material is at your disposal. You can download the material from the site, and you can use it wherever you want to understand. In case if you just don't want to go through the videos, you can skip that part and just go through the PowerPoint presentations, right? So that is something that I had to do a lot to understand what it exactly means.
That's wonderful. That sounds wonderful. So at Apps Division, we speak to a lot of students and freshers, right? And so let me ask you some of the questions that they have in mind, right? So what exactly does a day in the life of a functional consultant, such as yourself, look like? How is your day, an average day in office?
Well, okay, so functional consultants are mainly they understand the system, and in case if the user has any queries related to the modules that the client has implemented, then they reach out to us. Or a functional consultant can also work as a business analyst, maybe. If you want to understand the business requirements, if the client is wanting to implement a certain module of Oracle, and so they can reach out to us to understand the business requirements, and we can do the analysis, and we can design the system. So we are not technical people as such, but we can jot down what all is expected of the system, what reports should come out of the system, and then we can accordingly design the system. So if you're a person who's looking for working with an MNC, and if you have some interest towards IT as such, then you can definitely look out for this job. Second thing is that you can, it is a front desk job. If you are very good at interacting with your clients directly, you can this is a very good opportunity for you, because as audit people, or people working in the audit department, we always come after uh, things are done in an organization. So this is before that. So but having said that, you won't lose on your fundamental concepts. It is still your domain. It's just that you're working before the system works and after the system works, so you have a pretty much important role to play in
Understand.
that.
So that's what actually I was going to ask you about. Who can look for a for to pursue a career path like this? So as you mentioned, if you have your domain knowledge in place, and if you're willing to upskill in terms of the technology, the systems
Right.
that are used currently, the system, then this is a good career path for people who are looking to pursue, right?
Yeah.
And if you have to give your advice to people who are graduates or people who are pursuing their PCOM or who are doing the CA, what would your advice be? What are the top skills they need? How should they go about this path?
In my opinion, I think that it does not require much to be here. You just need to learn a lot. You have to constantly keep yourself, because it's technology after all. It is going to advance as we speak. So you need to constantly keep yourself up to date, for which you need to have a lot of grasping power, and you need to have a learning curve, basically. So that is one thing that I feel it's really important. And secondly, you need to have the right communication skills too, because like I mentioned, it's a client facing job. You need to interact with your client on a daily basis. So you need to have your communication skills sharpened. So I think that these are the two key skills that this industry would expect from you.
All right. Thanks, Shamli. So we have a lot of people, right, who know that a job like this in working in an MNC as a consultant has a lot of its perks. You get to travel, you get to probably work abroad, work with different teams, lead projects, and a lot of people who want to pursue a career path like this don't really know where to begin. So I hope this video, whatever you spoke about today, helps them pursue this kind of a career path and makes them interested in going about. Learning to become a consultant, to become a functional consultant, work in a big organizations, and how it will affect their career and how they can grow in it. So thanks a lot for joining us, and all the best.
Thanks. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thanks.